going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
Hello, welcome to episode number 51. I think it's 51. Last week was 50. This is 51 of Monday Night Bloodbath, where we will be discussing drug prices, trade deals with China. We've got a bunch of we got some random Trump clips just because he's funny. So we'll watch some of those. We'll talk a little bit about the ICE protests. I wasn't following that a whole lot. There was even more of that. It looked like coming out today. There's more of that. They kept doing that today, I guess.
Yes, I saw that. Fucking.
We've got a great take from JD Vance that I think, if people haven't heard it, we should definitely be talking about it. And then, we're gonna look at all the lovely bits of Joe Biden on The View.
Oh, no.
Because I think that's fucking awesome. I think it's so good that they had him on that show. It's just respecting your elders and all of that shit.
Surprised he's still around.
I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know why they're like, let's send him out here. That's a great idea.
Yeah, put him out in the public eye and like, hey, remind you, hey, you remember this guy was the president?
Completely disconnected.
It's confused. Good fuck. FYI, your name's Fractured Filter.
Oh yes, it is Monday. I don't know why this happens every Monday. I don't even have access to Fractured Filter's restream. He just has access to mine. But did you see the big scandal over the weekend?
Is that got to do with the intro?
No. We'll sit on that. No. This has got these fuck nuts. These Euro trash.
Oh, the Coke. Yes.
The Coke. Is it Coke? Is it not? What do you think?
That's the investigation.
We have people think that this is a line, and that, like, I mean, the way Macron handles this little baggie here, it almost looks like a folded up piece of paper, which is what like poor people would hold their Coke in.
As you keep playing it, I'll explain why it could be.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, look at that.
And then he's like acting like he's all slick and shit. Like, if we would have just ignored it or like thrown it away, like it was a piece of trash, no one would have thought anything of this. And now they're all weird.
Yeah, just the way. I'm not gonna claim that's Coke, but just the way he grabs it, like so suspiciously, like, and his face, like, oh shit, like he makes it seem like it's something like he doesn't want everyone to see. Like, just he puts it away so secretly, and then they got everyone defending, saying, oh, it's a tissue, and the other guys, they were saying it's a mix. The other guy was doing he has a stirrer. I'm like, who the fuck carries a stirrer around? Like a coffee stirrer?
That's weird. Yeah, that
was the defense for him. Like,
and they're drinking water.
Yeah.
We can see that here. I've got some special behind the scenes footage of what was actually happening from a different angle.
Oh, you're going to the video. I know you're going to. Yes.
So
that's a different one.
They're drinking water, so I don't know why any of them have a coffee stirrer. They all look very.
Who is that again? Obviously, I know that's
Dave
Hunter
Chappelle
Biden.
and Hunter Biden, and then
Chappelle.
I don't know who this is. This is Macron from fucking France, and then Keir Starmer from the UK is over on this side.
Yeah, I saw a different one. It's not as funny, but where's what's his name from Ukraine? Where's Zelensky?
Oh yeah, where's Zelensky?
He's a big Coke guy.
He should be there like dancing, right?
Yeah, because I saw a video with him dancing.
But they can do it, but you can't.
So what do you think? Do you think that's possible, Coke?
I think it's totally coke.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, it's an illegal substance of some sort that they're using to get high.
Whatever it is, it's something that he didn't want. Like it was one of those moments where he was like, "Oh shit," and like put it in his face. Like he had like his face tells the whole story.
Oh yeah. He was fucking guilty, written all over him. Of what? I don't know.
You look like a child. I can't think of a good reference. Like a child got caught red-handed or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Handed the cookie jar type shit.
Yes. Yeah, it's lame.
Let's say hello to chat. And let me get this off my screen. Holy shit, it's so white. Make it stop. So yeah, we have Kel over here because he's saying, because I keep showing week after week, I don't know why. We're always late. It's gonna be like that.
He just loves to see me.
Today wasn't too bad. I had to fill up my water. I had to make sure I had enough water. I'm glad I did that because it was more empty than I thought it was. We also have Cash, who BPT and likes to suck cock. Should I know what BPT stands for?
Big penis.
Oh, is he talking about James O'Keefe? I hope he's talking about James O'Keefe because James O'Keefe is a faggot. James O'Keefe has evidence that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton, if we're only so lucky.
It's coming soon.
How are you doing, Acid? Good to see you here. Same to you, Paul. Go fuck yourself.
Paul. I was watching him on play that game. I can't think of the game now. Damn.
Elden Ring.
No. The group game.
The what game?
The group game. You play with 6 of us. You haven't played with us.
Oh, Repo.
Repo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul sucks. Let me put it that way.
I hear the same about you.
No, I put the team on my back.
Weasel says that was a snort spoon for sure. Okay. Snort spoon. And hello to Sherry. Hope you're doing well this evening. Yeah, black people time. All the time. Not really.
Too bad.
You know what? You know when I'm late? The only times I'm ever late? Because I'm early to everything else. It's these fucking streams.
You were actually kind of early today for your time. Usually we start like 9:05, 9:10. I think we went at 9:01 from whatever. Let's see. We're 8 minutes in, or it's like 9.
It was 10, earlier than normal. Yes, it was earlier. We were not early, but for me, I guess you could say early. So yeah, we had what do we want to do?
That Too bad Shock was here because did you guys see what they talked about the Epstein file stuff? How they still have them. They didn't lose any of it. Nothing was deleted. They're just going through all of it.
We'll go through the James O'Keefe thing. We'll do the James O'Keefe thing.
Okay,
we can talk about that Epstein. So just for a refresher, by the way, that was a meme that I created that we started off with the show. I put it up as a short on my channel last night. But for those who don't remember, about 10 or 11 days ago, motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Goddamn dog.
He's running around like a fucking psycho. Getting all caught up in my wire. Now my wires are all fucked.
Sorry, chat.
Shit.
We're professionals here. So, James O'Keefe.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because he just pulled all of my wires and tied them around my fucking chair.
Oh, there's Weasel in the chat laughing. What are you laughing?
So as I was saying, get over here. About 10 days ago, James O'Keefe posted this video. Did you see this video?
Yes. I mean, this video is going around.
We'll play this video. Yeah, it was a little over a week ago at this point.
I'm going dark.
Oh, hold on. I got to turn the volume up.
I'm not suicidal. I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
Now, when I saw this, I immediately rolled my eyes. I was like, you don't do that if it's real. You don't let everyone know what you're doing if you're really worried about being murdered or whatever. You kind of want to actually lay low. But, you know, he's gay. And then about a week later, he comes out with this video. We're not going to watch it. I'll just have it playing with no audio, but just so people could see it. And
I never really looked into it, like with the information he gave out. All I heard was a lot of people saying was like not like a nothing burger. I don't want to say nothing.
Yeah, this was the first video that came out, and this was just this guy who like worked with Prince Andrew or whatever, talking about how he was upset that Prince Andrew didn't tell him about the Epstein stuff. Dumb. Also weird that Project Veritas is behind him in this. Just saying.
He's back there.
But it's like there's nothing here, nothing we didn't already know. It was just some weird bald guy fucking freaking out because Prince Andrew didn't tell him about his fucking terrible deeds. Dumb. And then after that, we got this video here. Let me pause that. Where he's talking about Pam Bondi, which Pam Bondi the day before came out and said how like they've got thousands of videos of Epstein with little kids. And so
they're still looking at them.
So after Bondi says that, he puts this video out where she is saying the same exact thing right here to some random woman at this restaurant. And in this video, James O'Keefe even calls this person a stranger. So I don't know if that's O'Keefe kind of like playing it coy as far as he doesn't know, like it wasn't one of his reporters type thing or whatever. But like, why would she be saying this to a total complete stranger? Like it just doesn't fucking make any logical sense. And so after all of this and being worried about his life and acting like they're coming for him, last Saturday, he throws a party on a rooftop in fucking Miami for the opening of his new office.
Oh, so that's where you got that video from.
Yes, this video is just from this last weekend. Like, this is so fake and fucking gay. He has lost all of my respect.
You lose.
I mean, and then you add the shitty house music on top of it. Like, fuck. How are you going to do that if you're worried about people coming after you?
See, by doing stuff like that, like he loses his credibility going forward. Like now we can't take him at his word now when he promises something. It's like I always like in the past, like I always thought he put out good stuff and he set people up and he put people on like blind dates. They reveal stuff and Biden's government and stuff like that. You know, he was always good for that. Now this makes him look. It makes him look terrible. Now it's like. Now makes me question him.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's I hate right-wing influencers. I'm starting to really dislike a lot of the alt media or whatever you want to call it, because they're all like, it's all just click bullshit. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the new trends of everything. Like they're trying to make news instead of find the news.
Yeah. And did he play off that like he disappeared from the internet for a while?
Maybe during all the Veritas stuff that was going on.
I saw people like tweet, oh my God, he hasn't tweeted in a while. I hope he's okay. I saw that going around.
So
But bottom line, yeah, he just looks terrible doing this. You know,
Yes.
he promised us a bill.
We're
bill
not
of
done,
goods.
though. We're not done. He tweets this out just before the show started. Coordinates.
Oh, no.
Can you take a wild guess where these coordinates are for?
Is some of it D.C.? Washington, D.C.?
Nope. It is here. That is Epstein's Island.
Oh, Epstein Island. I should have guessed that. Fuck.
That is Epstein's Island. It looks like... So I know the dome from his little fucking temple thing has been gone for a while. Is this it over here? Yeah, so that's that weird temple.
Where is Epstein Island on the map? Like
The Virgin Islands?
I never really looked into this, like where it is.
Little St. James is the name of this island. So yeah, I think what's his name?
James O'Keefe?
Yeah, I think James O'Keefe is a fag.
So like, were you a fan like of him earlier before this?
Dude, I have his fucking tweets on notification before this.
So this is kind of like
because
a total killer to you. You can't.
Yeah, because like he would when he would do those fucking hilarious like stings and like bust people and stuff, like confessing like their deepest darkest secrets. That shit was funny.
So he can't redeem himself, in your opinion. Like he just.
At this point, I don't think there's any possible way.
Why do you think he did this? Like he had so much credibility.
He was fucking needy. I don't know.
Was he getting
attention?
Was he like getting bored? Like he wasn't getting the same attraction and attention. Like he wanted something. Because I don't follow him too much. Like I follow him when he puts like the videos out. Other than that, I don't follow him too much.
Yeah, that's why I had him on Twitter notifications, because like if he put a video out, I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
But like, what was I going to say? I got distracted.
Sorry. I cut you off.
The Epstein stuff. Nothing. Yeah. They're at this point, unless they're going to start arresting people, the Epstein stuff's fucking pointless. What is he possibly going to have to share about the Epstein information that we don't already know?
Yeah.
Nothing.
He's going to know more.
And if he had something serious, he would have already dropped it and would have blown up last week. And that would have been that. I think he's got a big old ball of nothing.
This kind of speaking of the Epstein stuff, when I was kind of getting to earlier, you heard what they said recently about that last week? How like they still have all the information. It's a lot of stuff to go through. We're still going through it and blah 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 blah. That's Pam Bondi and what's her name said the FBI director.
Yeah, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, and that's kind of why I was saying what I said about the Epstein stuff, about like unless they're going to start arresting people, there's nothing there, because Pam Bondi was talking about how like they're trying to remove all the victims' names, and it's been over 10 years. What's been done this whole time? Like, what do you mean? Like,
I know. And then like some reporter asked her like, oh, like how soon in the I'm trying to remember what they said, like how soon in the future am I gonna see it before I'm dead? And like she couldn't give like a clarifying answer even for that. Like, so I'm like, are we ever gonna see this? I don't think we're ever gonna see this shit.
Oh, interesting. So hello, gal. She says that she meant to tell earlier that there was a party to celebrate the new office opening. Yep, knew about that. When did you get that email? That's what I'm curious about. If he got that email before he put out that video of him going dark, like fucking retarded, super retarded. and
what's so go.
I was just gonna say hello to Forgan, and also hello to Carl. How you doing, Carl?
Hey, Carl.
Alt Media has been asked now that the 10-year itch is ending. Yeah, I don't know.
And what's I think Gal put something in the chat. She said, "I wonder if he's running out of money because of the pull that."
Oh, maybe. Okay, so if you got that email last weekend, meaning like just 2 days ago, which would have been the day of the party, that's not terrible. But like if it was the weekend before, after he put out the fucking video. Anyways, James O'Keefe.
What's PV stand for? I don't know.
That's Project Veritas. That was the news company that he started before.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know what it stands for in that tweet. I heard whatever her message.
Okay, so
her message. But why was it in the background? That's the question.
So they sent that email out about the roof party. Hold on, I gotta pull that shit up.
2020.
I deleted all those tabs.
Cal said 2080 is the official full release of the client. Will I still be alive? I mean, that's like 55 years from now. I could be 80 something.
So they sent that email a week after he posted the video about going dark. Okay. Dumb. I'm over it.
See,
let's talk about something cool that I liked.
Whenever you say dumb, I think you're saying dumb. I don't know.
Oh no, dumb. So
what's your shirt say? Epstein. I think you wear that before.
Epstein himself.
Okay, yeah, you did wear that before. And Cash, not yeah.
I know. I played it on pregame. Cash Patel said,
"You know what I'm getting at."
That Epstein did kill himself.
Yeah, he's going he hung himself, not someone killed him.
Got a breaking my silence email from him yesterday too about the docu-series thing. He's so gay. You know what? He's probably draining money, and actually he can't be losing too much money because he did just open those offices in Miami. He's trying to recoup the money from opening the new offices. And then 2080, the official full release of the client. Yeah.
That's why I said, well, why still be alive?
Cash Patel is not looking good at all. But you know who is looking good? JD Vance.
Oh, you get a little gay for JD Vance?
JD Vance is looking real good for the next presidential election, in my opinion. I'll let him speak.
Got a while to go.
States, sure. How concerned is the administration about the potential for nuclear war between India and Pakistan?
Well, look, we're concerned about any time nuclear powers collide and have a major conflict. What we've said, what Secretary Rubio said, and certainly the president has said, is we want this thing to de-escalate as quickly as possible. We can't control these countries, though. Fundamentally, India has its gripes with Pakistan. Pakistan has responded to India. What we can do is try to encourage these folks to de-escalate a little bit, but we're not going to get involved in the middle of a war that's fundamentally none of our business and has...
Exactly.
What? We're not going to get in the middle of a war that has nothing to do with us? We have no business being there, and we're not going to get involved? What is this? That doesn't make any sense at all. Why would we not do that?
Who's running the government?
But yeah, that's all I cared about from that. He's like, okay. Yep, we've got no business being there, so why would we do anything?
Thank God.
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
That was my reaction when I first saw that they were fighting. I'm like, let them fight.
They've stopped.
I know that.
Supposedly it's so I haven't kept up on it much, but supposedly Trump was all like, "We want to do trade. If you guys are going to do this, we're not going to trade." And then they stopped.
They stopped.
So
yeah. I would say Trump had a good week.
Trump's had a lot of good weeks.
Yeah. Like people were like, I don't want to shift subjects here, but people were like, real. I saw everyone was like tweeting about his I don't say tweet or Truth Social yesterday. He goes, my next Truth Social is gonna be the most important thing ever, and like everybody on like my Twitter thing was like just talking about it. What was he talking about? What's he talking about?
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for that too because
like I saw that message so many times.
Remember, what was it? It was at the end of last Bloodbath, and I sent a tweet in the DM room, and I'm like, why is it always Monday? Because he made an announcement that next Monday he was going to make a big announcement.
Yeah,
and then he said,
really?
and then he did that thing yesterday. He's like, my next truth will be the biggest truth or whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is what he was talking about. So at least I'm not going to have to like wait it out. And actually, I watched the press conference this morning. I didn't get any clips from it or anything.
I didn't watch it, but I saw the clips. There was one funny clip. There's a couple funny clips. It's funny how he always like calls the media out right to their face and says, "Oh, you're terrible. You work for the most terrible organization. You work for ABC."
Yeah,
ABC,
he called
right?
that specifically. It was ABC. Yeah,
that was funny.
So yesterday, people were pretty funny with the whole my next tweet,
I mean, find that one.
My next truth thing, because they're all like posting like how Trump was truthing about Michelle Obama being a man or whatever.
I saw something. Oh, is it gonna be? He's gonna stop the IRS and stuff like that. Like people were just like going crazy. What could have been? I just wait. I'm just gonna look for one of those things from his press when he calls out the reporter.
Oh yeah, well, look for that. We'll pull that up when we get to that part of it of everything.
Did I go too far?
You know what? Let's do Biden.
Biden.
Let's talk about Joe Biden.
All right.
So I don't know why I have this. This is from a different interview on the BBC. We're gonna watch this anyways. See how this goes.
I just posted it. I don't know what you want to do.
So here's just some random clip of Biden that I have bookmarked for some reason.
Should you have withdrawn earlier, given someone else a bigger chance?
I don't think it would have mattered. We left at a time when we had a good candidate. She was fully funded, and what happened was, I had become what we had set out to do. No one thought we could do, and become so successful in our agenda. It was hard to say, "No, I'm going to stop now."
He was so successful. They had to run him out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I forgot.
That is like retarded logic. And he goes, "Oh, we had such a good candidate. She lost every fucking swing state. That proves that you didn't have a good candidate. You fucking dumb fuck."
They fucking stole your nomination.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, it was so successful, but I had to leave. Yeah, that makes sense. Is that gonna do with the title of the show?
The title that's part of the title. The title had layers.
Yeah.
But no, it's also just like I don't have any of the stuff, but like people bitching about the cheaper drugs and people fucking they're acting like they're they're tariff experts and shit. And because we've got the China stuff all came out today. And we've got stuff on what Joe Biden was doing about the China stuff. Like we'll get there though. But we're going to talk about.
Well, keep going. I got another Biden clip because that annoyed me too. That's
from that same one. Put it in the chat and I'll pull it up.
Yeah,
we've got plenty of Biden chats from The View.
Oh, this one wasn't from The View though. That was from that same interview. If I can find it. Damn, that's why I should bookmark this shit.
Hey, Timon. Hope you're doing well over there. On the other side of the planet.
Was it? Okay, wait, so this one. All right. I'm going to post it. I think I got the right one. And I got the other. You saw the Trump one I post too.
Who's she talking to?
At least you use the right UR. Probably me, because I always fuck up with that.
All right, so this is after they asked him about. I think it's about his. I don't know. We'll just play it.
The projects, the benefits. How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system in the world? How do you lead the world when you don't have that done?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
He said, "How do you lead the world without the best education system? How do you lead the world without the best healthcare system? And then how do you lead the world with something else?" But
The project.
Look at her.
Yeah, like Joy Behar. Yeah,
He's worried he might keel over.
Yeah,
right there.
She's eyeing him down.
My title of the show.
Oh.
You know how I know you're stupid? Yeah, I know how to use your most of the time.
He gets a cookie for that.
The benefits. How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system in the world? How do you?
That's bad.
That was our president. Nursing home.
That was our president.
Yeah, to me that just reminds me that this guy was our president apparently for the past 4 years. Like you said, why did they think that was a good idea to put him out there?
I have no idea. I'm trying to find this one clip. Okay, this is the one. Where they ask him about his mental decline. And like we should have watched the other one after this one, but I had them out of order. That's yes, right. Exactly this. Yes.
I try to say that.
Now listen to this. This is so good. This is so fucking wonderful.
Dr. Joe Biden.
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out deeply sourced from Democratic sources that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your
What a weird sentence. Deeply sourced from Democratic sources. Okay.
Cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what?
He looks like the fucking Jeff Dunham fucking dummy. Literally looks like, tell me that's not what you see when he's in your
final year. There was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities.
He's trying to determine if he's going to shit himself or not.
Yeah.
The final year of your presidency. What is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong.
They're wrong.
Nothing to sustain that. Number one. Number two, think of what we.
What do you mean sustain that? Nothing to keep it going? No, they're trying to figure out what's keeping you going.
Left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started. We
always back to January 6th. And I'll let them keep going.
Not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where
we haven't had an insurrection like that since the Civil War. There wasn't a single fucking gun to be found.
One person died.
Substantiate.
Two.
That makes more sense, Weasel. Maybe he should hire you.
And then
go ahead.
There was another video with his former press secretary, Jen Psaki, right? She said in the video, she goes, "Oh, I only discovered his mental decline when he did the debate with Trump." And she goes, "That's when I first discovered it."
Was it the redhead or the
the redhead? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Jen
that's
Psaki.
when she.
I didn't see that.
Discovered her. Yeah.
Well, she's a liar.
She's a fucking for you.
Liar. There's no way. We all saw it in the fucking campaign. True Sherman number to pressure.
Yes. I know how to spell her name. Oh, there it is. You can keep playing the clip if you want.
The pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. 1 million people dying.
He just blamed Trump for COVID deaths.
Of course. Okay. Blame Trump for everything.
Okay.
We're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work, and we got it done. And
did you?
You know, one of the things that
He's they're so successful, apparently. Remember in the last clip?
I've heard that like all of Joe Biden's signatures are identical, and possibly they use the auto pen thing for every single thing he signed. I don't know. Just heard that. Could be all a bunch of bullshit, but also wouldn't be surprised.
Nope.
Well, and Alyssa, you know, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books.
Now, what better way to defend yourself in the accusations of the declining of your mental health than having your wife do it for you?
Yes. She had to interrupt them. Like, yeah, you're losing it. Let me.
Hold on, idiot. Let me get this.
Enough talking.
Were not in the White House.
I'm a doctor.
And they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day. I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then at night I'd be in bed, you know, reading my book, and he was still on the phone reading his briefings.
He just looks like an old fucking man. Like there's nothing going on.
He couldn't even walk up the stairs. You tell me he worked his ass off?
He's barely there.
Yeah.
Working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House. Being president is not like a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a life that you live. You live it 24 hours a day. That phone can ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning. It's constant. You never leave it. And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today...
Clap, guys, clap. Yeah, where's the clap, guys?
Yeah.
If you look at
Am I supposed to believe
Joe
Biden was up at 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, my asshole, he was up 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's worth the invitation.
This dude was in bed by 8 p.m. Don't tell me.
Right? Like, how many times did we hear the press was all like, Biden's called it a day, and it's like 2?
Yeah. Don't tell me he was up at 2 a.m. Fuck.
Last week, they uncovered a scheme on the Brazilian Social Security Institute where unions stole over $50 billion from old people. One of the union's heads is the president's brother. You know what? I'm just waiting for that kind of shit to come out over here. Like this, I think this might be a worldwide problem with just this kind of corruption. Also, Timon, I don't know if you saw, but Texas has stopped that
city
thing or whatever they were called.
Yes,
with the Muslim stuff, and then their governor Abbott signed a bill where no Chinese nationals, no Koreans, no like a bunch of people. If you live in another country, you can't buy land in Texas. So they're working on things over there.
I think that's the third clip I put in the chat. I think that's a good one to go to right after that. The one I was talking about, the Gen.
Okay, yeah. I just got this one from Gal as well. Let me pull this over.
Gal can hold up.
Well, no, this is good because that one's on my phone. This one's not.
Or is this the one I sent you?
This is the one. Yeah, that you said the third link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. There wasn't.
I never saw that person, not a single time, and I was in the Oval Office every day. That was on that debate stage.
Liar.
I'm not a doctor. Aging happens quite quickly. I never saw that person, not a single time, and I was in the Oval.
Clip. I must have got the wrong one, but yeah, you can. Basically, she says what I was trying to kind of say.
Yeah, she's massive liar.
But that's what she was saying. Like, oh, I didn't realize it until
no one will ever doubt you. I just don't even know anymore.
What's the other? We've
got some more from The View here. We've got
Oh, the second one. You want to play the second one?
I'll play the second one. All right, let me pull that up.
Because this one annoyed me.
Oh, oh, you know what? I've kind of got. Yeah, I will play that one after my next two clips.
Okay.
Because it kind of goes into what I've got here. So we've got this one where Biden is blaming Trump for the border being wide open.
Biden's what?
When you announced that you wouldn't be seeking re-election, only 28% of the country thought that the country was on the right track. Now, you are understandably very proud of many achievements in your administration, but do you take any responsibility for not hearing the concerns?
Name fucking one. What did he do? What did he do?
He would probably say
he stopped hidden ATM fees or something. I don't know.
He'd probably say the student loan crap thing. Did he?
I'm not a biologist or I'm not a doctor. Yeah, you're right. That's absolute cope when it comes to something so obvious.
Of voters on the border security or cost of living sooner? And do you take any responsibility for Trump's reelection?
Yes, I do, because look, I was in charge and he won. So, I take responsibility, number one. But number two, you remember we put together a commission leading with one of the most conservative members of the United States Senate from Oklahoma running it. And we came up with a significant means by which we could deal with the border. What did Trump do? He got on the telephone and he called Republicans, do not support it. It's legal, it'll work, it'll make Biden look good, don't do it. That's not what he said. That border bill was full of a bunch of bullshit where they were going to let thousands of people through anyways. They were also, it was going to make it so that you couldn't unlegislate how many people could go through every single day. It was going to completely open up the border permanently, unlike what Donald Trump has done without needing any actions from Congress because he has the executive authority to do so in closing down the border.
That always annoys me every time they put a bill out and there's so much bullshit.
I know. Well, and so like that one in particular was just regarding the border. It was big. It was I don't remember how many pages, but it was a decent amount of pages, but not like the giant omnibus bills, like what Trump's bragging about, his big, beautiful bill with the no taxes on tips and overtime and shit. Yeah. And it's like, we don't want that. Just do line items, man. Just do line items. We don't need these massive things. Oh, so the clip you shared with me is actually the exact same clip that I had for the last bit of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it Joe Biden?
Biden says Kamala lost because of sexism and racism.
Yes. Okay. This one. Yes.
This one is insane.
This is fucking.
But then election night came, and it was like 2016 all over again. Yeah. So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. She is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. Right. But I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman, she's this, she's that. I mean, it really, I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country and a woman of mixed race. Yeah. And they
Did you hear that? And a woman of mixed race. All the fucking dumb broads on stage with them.
I know. If they really thought that was the reason why she didn't, then why did you put her out there then? If you think that like half the country is not going to, about half the country is not going to vote for a woman of mixed race, then why would you put her as your leading candidate? That's on you guys. You lost because you told your party, hey, this is your candidate. They didn't even get the fucking vote on it. You told them who to pick. Some democracy there.
Yeah, it was just lies. It was lies. He's all like, it's because they didn't want a woman. He's like, they went after her because she was a woman. That didn't happen at all. Donald Trump did not go after her because she was a woman at all. He might have mentioned how she was a dumb woman.
He went after her because it was his political opponent.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with her sex or fucking race or any of that shit. You call her dumb black bitch. Like, what do you want?
You know exactly why you lost. Like, don't play dumb.
You lost because she was an idiot. And he's like, he was saying something. There was such a consistent campaign. And I'm like, you're right. She kept bringing out all those stupid fucking musicians. And then the musicians would perform, and everyone would fucking leave and not listen to her talk. And then she brought out what's her face, fucking Beyonce.
Oh yeah,
and she didn't even perform, and like everyone was angry.
Yeah, wasn't it some kind of issue with her and Beyonce, or was that someone else of them not getting paid? I can't.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't have this whole story now. For some reason, it just popped in my head. I remember something along those lines. But anyway, yeah.
I am not sure.
She lost because she sucked. And she didn't deserve to be there. And when she was running for president in 2020, she wasn't even getting a lot of votes. And during the Iowa caucus, she was fucking last. No one gave a shit about her.
Yeah. She did not get a single fucking vote in the 2016 primary, or whatever that was, the 2020 primary. Yes, this is the transgender channel.
Yes.
Welcome.
We're the trans.
Seaman.
Hey, Seaman.
So you wanted to talk about this?
Wait, did I have one more clip?
Did you have? Did
first
you,
one. I don't know if I'm.
Okay, yeah, the first one. Hold on.
I didn't remember what it was, actually. To tell you the truth.
That was the what's his face? Oh yeah, we're gonna hold on to that one.
Okay, hold on to it.
Over here with the.
What was it again? I gotta click it because I don't remember.
That was him talking
so much
to the ABC people.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
Let's see. So yeah, the ICE protests. I don't know a damn thing about this.
I saw videos of it. It just, it's irritating seeing it. Like, how the fuck are they allowed to be there that long, blocking?
So Benny Johnson with his gay breaking emoji and everything. I have obtained exclusive ICE officer body cam footage, clearly showing Democrat Rep LaMonica McIver verbally and physically assaulting federal agents in New Jersey after illegally entering an ICE detention facility. In the video, you can see an indisputable evidence that Congresswoman McIver in the red jacket punch, push, and hit federal agents refusing to follow the ICE officers' orders and impending unlawful arrests. And the body cam footage, you can also watch Rep. McIver verbally threaten to put hands on the federal agents. I touch whoever I want, motherfucker.
Oh, nice.
Rep. McIver then threatens to destroy the ICE officers' careers. You will pay, before descending into a profanity-laced rampage tirade. All of these actions are flatly illegal under the U.S. Code, blah, 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 carry heavy fines and prison sentences. A spokesperson from the Department of Homeland Security has confirmed to me that there will be more investigations and arrests. If you assault law enforcement officers, you will answer to the law. I've reached out to Speaker Johnson. No official statement. This was also a few days ago. We'll play this out here. What's she even doing?
She's like a fucking... like an offensive lineman trying to fucking block.
We have about another 45 seconds of this.
Yeah.
If her flinging her arm like that or whatever, if If you're calling that a punch, you're a faggot.
I think he could have.
What is she even trying to do? Like,
they were trying to rush into the fucking facility.
And then what? That's like the fuckers storming Area 51, right? Like, okay, what are you gonna do if you get in? Now what?
They wanted to see what's going on in there, apparently.
I'm sure they'd let you if you just called and set up an appointment. You're fucking congresswoman.
Shut the fuck up. Because you're fucking trespassing, you dumb. Oh, I almost said.
You can say whatever you want to say.
Okay, no.
Well, I mean, to your own discretion. I've had Kanye stuck in my head all weekend too.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. So I was getting confused about the whole ICE thing because I thought you were talking about what happened today. So that kind of.
Oh well, this is like
this kind of
what happened today is like a continuation from.
So yeah.
So actually, I have an interview with that dumb broad on CNN right here.
But yes, I mean,
I think this was later that exact same day.
But this is what they wanted. Like this, they got what they wanted. They wanted to create a scene so they can act all tough and then cry victim later on. And that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Yes, politician clickbait, like the gay wads they are.
But there's no reason for it. Nothing happened other than the chaos that they created themselves.
You created.
If anything, we were pushed in.
CNN's going to have them saying the chaos that they created and then show the clip of her fucking body slam, like trying to mosh in the gate. Like, okay. Well played,
I think we're retarded.
Shoved and other than the chaos that they created themselves. If anything, we were pushed and shoved and found in a very vulnerable.
And then she said, after that part finished playing, she said, "We were pushed and shoved." Like, come on. We just saw it. It was you. I mean,
the video.
You. I don't know where you were.
Yeah, fucking ugly bitch. I mean, video speaks clear as day. Huh? You guys are the one causing trouble, and they fucking arrested your fucking bitch asses.
Oh, and that was actually that clip was from a retweet from Homeland Security, and they said, "Let's check the tape," and they posted this.
Oh yeah, yes. Look at this fucking psycho bitch.
Benny, you called that a punch.
I mean, yeah.
It's disappointing.
Benny does deserve some criticism.
He likes to exaggerate.
Oh yeah, he loves.
Not like anyone else in the fucking political sphere likes to do that. Or shit.
Yeah,
this
his
internet
tweets.
People ugh.
Or overblown to make you see them like breaking right in big letters and stuff like that.
Yes, I am not personally the biggest Benny fan, but since he is the same as like 70 other people out there, I'll read whatever he has to say because if that's the first one I come across, because they all say the same shit.
He's actually one of the few people I do have the tweet notifications on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do have to admit that.
It's all really weird, incestuous. They all just steal from each other, and yeah. It doesn't matter who you follow. You're gonna get the same information.
It offer. She's fucking. She's the one that's fucking.
That might have been a punch. Hold on, that might have been a punch. But this was also not in the video footage that Benny showed.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a punch. A weak one, but she's a woman. So I'll give her that.
But bottom line, I think the people on our side of the aisle, they should be drawing the book at these fuckers. But they probably won't. They won't. They'll let them get away.
Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's typical of the Republicans, right?
Yeah.
Just let them do whatever they want.
Because I guarantee, if the roles were reversed here, the Democrats would be working endlessly to fucking punish those people. Our side, no, we just we'll put a bunch of tweets out there and complain about it.
Yeah, we just let them do whatever.
Yeah. That's the frustrating part. But yeah, I mean so all that court, and then that led to what happened today, and then you got a fucking bunch of randos fucking blocking the entrance from.
Yeah, they weren't letting them bring in the prisoners.
Yeah. So that psycho fucking bitch encouraged all this.
How aren't those people arrested?
They eventually were.
They're literally like preventing cops from doing their jobs.
I know. They eventually were, but it took a while. That was the problem. I did see some videos of them being arrested, but they were allowed to sit there for a while, stand there or whatever for a while. Yep.
All right. So that's the ICE protests.
What is her name again?
LaMonica something. I just know it was LaMonica. The blackest name ever. So let's watch some random ass Trump clips before we go into the big news from today. I forget what this was. This was at some signing that he was doing for an executive order towards the end of last week. I want to say maybe Thursday.
And when they took over Buttigieg, who
has
no clue, he drives. And when they took over Buttigieg, who has no clue, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship. But he didn't have a clue. This guy didn't have a clue. And he's actually a contender for president. Between him and Crockett, you can have that party. But,
oh my God.
He rides his bike to work. But to be fair, he has his husband on the back. It's a beautiful relationship.
That was just like a perfect way of taking a shot at them being gay without saying anything directly.
Exactly what it was him.
Yes.
Politely calling him a fag.
Yes. Trump does it better than anyone there. Oh, that was hilarious.
So here's another one from that same exact one. This might. So like they all look similar. One of these is AI, if not two of them. I just don't remember which one's which. But we'll know as soon as he starts talking.
I got an AI. I got an AI clip. Oh, I did send it.
Yes. Yeah.
Only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. If it was somebody else, they wouldn't fight. If you had a normal person, if you had some stiff sitting behind you, they'd be fine. But they have Trump derangement syndrome. Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. He's welcome. I don't know when they're going to give him the ceremony, whatever the ceremony may be. But it's terrible what's happened to the Democrats. So.
Chuck Schumer's a Palestinian now. And everyone's got Trump derangement syndrome.
They do. TDS.
Oh, this is just about his big announcement on Monday. And then we've got the one that you shared earlier.
Which one? Let's see.
This one here.
Okay, yes. This one.
Lopping off someone's ding-a-ling doesn't make them a woman, it makes them
Hold on,
a
I gotta-
eunuch. Lopping off someone's ding-a-ling doesn't make them a woman, it makes them a eunuch. But you already knew that, right? So, as I was saying, George Soros, Bill Gates, and many more are pursuing a depopulation agenda. Very inappropriate. Poison in the food, fake medicine, endocrine disruptors, psych meds, and mass immigration. They want to turn your kids gay, retarded, or both.
Gay, retarded, or both.
David Hogg, Harry Sisson, and that one fat chick.
That's the best part.
Who's the fat chick?
I don't know.
That's hilarious. I don't know
Just
who
the way he
fat
says in the
is.
video.
Who's the fat chick that hangs out with those two? I have no idea.
Prototypes. Very off-putting. I don't often say the word yuck, but I think it fits here. Conspiracy theories, for the most part, are simply spoiler alerts. Alex Jones, paragon of truth and justice, has been saying these sorts of
Except he was sweeping for James O'Keefe. Anyhow.
things for years, and it's high time we start paying attention. Flopping.
Oh, they had put it at the end.
Yes.
This is a deep fake, quite obviously. But let people dream.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did say that.
I don't think he's talking about lopping off penises, but
Maybe not that part. Kel saying YouTube is acting.
yeah, I saw that. Kel saying YouTube is acting like shit tonight. It's restarted the stream like 4 times now. What do you mean by restart? Like, are you on your PC and does the whole tab crash like there's nothing there? Because if that's the case, that's actually a Chrome issue and not a YouTube issue. Because that happens to me occasionally. And weird, they I say they censored him in his holy fuck chat.
That's gay.
Yeah. That's YouTube for you.
Yep.
So we're kind of like hauling ass through all these topics here.
You mean hauling it? We're going quick.
We're going quick. Yep, running out of things. I
can go to one if you want.
I've got this thing here from. I don't want to do this. There's this thing like Laura Loomer put out some stuff, and like I don't particularly care for her, but she's not wrong all the time. You know what I mean? And she said something about they renewed a contract for the Defense Department to for $10 million to shove marbles into cats' asses. Like what? But I didn't get to look into it to see how viable that was, and so
wait, can you repeat that again?
So it says the Department of Defense just renewed a $10 million contract to shove marbles into cats' rectums and electroshock them for constipation research.
The fuck?
Our government does weird shit. But I haven't spent any time into actually seeing if that was, because with Laura Loomer, you kind of got to do some research.
Yeah,
take what she has to say.
She's not the most trustworthy person. I can't say I hate her, but yes, I don't like her. That's my opinion on her. But yeah,
I don't like her either. I don't.
You don't like? Okay. To me, I have no strong opinion.
She's weird.
Weird.
Yeah, there you go. So
I remember she was like banned for like a while on Twitter.
She was, yeah. She was. So let's talk about China. So actually, I don't need this one. The what was this? Was this Saturday? No, it was just yesterday. Just yesterday, the White House put this out. Just a statement here from Scott Bissett. I'm happy to report that we made a substantial progress between the United States and China in the very important trade talks. First, I want to thank our Swiss host. The Swiss government has been kind in providing us with wonderful venue, and I think that will lead to a great deal of productivity we've seen. We will be giving details tomorrow, but I can tell you that the talks were productive. We had the vice premier, 2 vice ministers who were integrally involved, Ambassador Jameson and myself, and I spoke to President Trump, as did Ambassador Jameson last night, and he is fully informed on what is going on. So there will be a complete briefing tomorrow. So they announced, hey, we've got things happening with China. We've got trade deals with China. And then I've got this little clip from CNBC talking about exactly that came out today.
Here in Geneva, we witnessed marathon talks over the last 2 days, 8 hours of discussions on Saturday, several hours more yesterday, and they've yielded a major breakthrough. As you noted, we've seen the U.S. and China now agree to slash tariffs for 90 days. So both sides have agreed to cut tariffs by 115%. In terms of China's tariffs on U.S. goods, it's now going to come down to 10%. The U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods going to drop from 145% to 30%.
Did you catch that?
The tariffs jumping from
China's tariffs on us are going to go down to only 10%, and the American
30.
tariffs on China are going to 30.
Yeah,
it's called winning. Why would you unless there's Trump has got some sort of advantage where he could say, hey, yeah, we're going to charge you 30. And you guys are only going to charge us 10. So, and that's not the first. He did that with the UK as well. That was the weekend before, I want to say.
But yeah, Trump, he's been on fire this week.
So now, Trump had a trade deal with China from the first go around. And we've got some information. So now that part of that letter that I read from Scott Bissett, he's the U.S. Treasury Secretary. I've got a clip of him talking about the previous trade deal and what happened with that. You should find this very interesting. Actually, it's not surprising at all. It's very obvious that this happened and probably intentional. Make sure I got the volume up.
What has to happen is it has to be fair for the American people. But in January 2020, President Trump produced a template. We had an excellent trade agreement with China, and the Biden administration chose not to enforce it. The Chinese delegation basically told us that once President Biden came into office, they just ignored their obligations. So, we all already have.
They said, fuck you. They said, Joe Biden ain't shit.
They're like, oh, Joe Biden's in charge. We can take advantage of this old fuck.
Do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
A large framework. The other thing to remember here, Jonathan, is that this is a pause down to 10%. The April 2nd level for China is 34%. So we will be working to see where their final reciprocal number ends up. And the negotiations are a combination of tariffs, non-tariff trade barriers, currency manipulation, and subsidies of labor and capital.
I sneezed there, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So yeah. I'm going to do that. Yeah, China doesn't give a shit about Joe Biden. They're like, oh, well, he's in here now. We're just going to do whatever we want. We're not going to.
So right before he left office, Trump is it kind of like this? Is the same deal or somewhere similar kind of deal to what we had now?
I don't remember what the deal was. And this deal that we have now is only for 90 days or something while we're trying to figure everything out, I guess. Every single American, bless you. Every single American should be pissed that China did not oblige to their part of the deal when Joe Biden was there, just because Joe Biden was there. All like, shouldn't you be upset? No one's paying attention. No one knows, right? Like all of the Biden stands, for lack of a better term.
Biden stands. For those people,
they're out there. They're fucking out there. They voted for the man. But they don't know that China just said, "Oh, Biden's here. Cool. Now I'm going to do whatever the hell I want." Why do you think they could do that? You know, there's all sorts of rumors about China having corrupt things with the Biden family, with them doing business over there and stuff like that. I don't remember all the details. It's been a while, but you know, there's weird business shenanigans over in China with the Bidens, I believe. Kind of very similar to Ukraine.
I can imagine what China has on Joe Biden with his son Hunter Biden.
Yep, exactly.
All the
Hunter
shit
Biden
they have on him. And yeah, it's just the people, they're not upset because they don't know, because they rely on CNN and other news outlets like that to tell them stuff like that, and then they ain't gonna report that.
No. Why would they report on that? Like,
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into the pharmaceutical thing. And did you say you had something?
But you can play that video later, right? The first video.
Yeah, with him at the signing the executive order from this morning.
I can bring us something quick. What'd you think? How are we gonna recover if George Lopez is gonna leave the United States of America?
Oh shit! I saw something about that.
I don't know how we might not ever be the same.
Where's he gonna go? Mexico?
I mean, does anyone miss Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell is okay. Her last name's O'Donnell, so I guess it makes sense that she went to Ireland. Is that where George Lopez is gonna go?
He did was it an interview or shit. With Cash, not George Lopez,
Uh-huh.
I used to I gotta put
George Lopez stole his material from Carlos Mencia. Are you doing all right there?
My nose is running, so I had to put myself on camera. Fucking allergies here.
But yeah, George Lopez stole all of his fucking material from Carlos Mencia. He wasn't funny. He was a thief.
I used to. Did you watch the George Lopez show?
No, I didn't. I've spent a good portion of my life not watching any TV or anything.
So you weren't like a big Nick at Night guy?
No, that was on Nick at Night.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what Nick at Night is?
Yeah. I remember when it was on normal television.
Yeah, they put that on Nick. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't watching it.
So okay, when I was a kid, Nick at Night was where they put all the old fucking shows, like Happy Days and shit. George Lopez show hasn't even been around half as long as Happy Days. So I don't know.
I mean, you're like a decade older than me. But I mean, those are like shows I would watch when I was around high school and stuff like that. It was like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House.
You're not that much younger than I am. Like, I want the Lopez show came out while I was in high school, maybe.
About a decade.
I'm gonna look it up.
I thought Just roll that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it came out my senior year.
His fucking daughter in that show
Nick
always
at Night, 5
pissed
years
me off.
later.
Yeah. Kelson, Nick at Night is an oldie station.
Yes.
I mean that was the stuff. I mean that's what I would watch when I was going to bed.
There was a long period of time where, like, the only thing I watched on TV were The Simpsons and South Park. Like, that was it. Maybe some basketball.
I wasn't like the biggest. I watched a few I watched some episodes of The Simpsons and the other one you just said.
I have to.
South Park. Yeah.
Park. I love South Park. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah.
So I did the South Park when they did the what's the good one they did recently?
I haven't seen. I have no idea.
Okay.
I was watching it. I was watching the tech when they got into the Integrity Farm stuff, and like that seemed to go on forever, and I just kind of like lost interest.
They put some good one like about politics and stuff like that.
What's up, Snap Rah?
How you doing?
Hope you're doing good, sir. Yeah, the turnaround on that show where they're able to get onto a topic is extremely impressive. Now, I don't know if they're like putting out episodes regularly, but like when the election, the 2016 election,
yes,
they were
I watched that one
so fucking hard. Like,
yes,
it was impressive how fast they were able to turn that around.
Yeah, but I mean, George Lopez. I don't know how we're going to recover. I don't know how we're going to recover.
If he doesn't go to Mexico, I'd
be disappointed.
He's a fake Democrat.
Oh my god, that was a theme song. I can't do that.
Oh, I have no idea.
What's Weasel saying? Nick at Night doesn't like.
Nick at Night doesn't like pasta. Can't fold a slice of pizza. Dom's a geriatric. He does fold pizza.
I do fold pizza, Weasel.
He does fold pizza. You got that part
right.
Yeah. I think he might be an old man though. I think you're onto something.
I'm an old man.
I think the furry might be on to something about
Weasel.
You watch Nick at Night. You don't like pasta. You have to fold your pizza.
That's like a fucking New York thing. Okay, you want to hear some? I was at my job. I'm like, guys, how do you eat your pizza? I'm like, you fold it. I'm like, everyone I was there with, it was like a group of like seven people. They all said it. I'm like, thank you. I mean, because some of the people I talked to are like some wackos. I said
they need to use two hands. Yes, the macho man.
Hold two hands and it's floppy like this. Yeah, cut that, Weasel, again.
Oh yeah, do you like spicy food? That's a good question. Can you eat spicy food?
Yes, I do like spicy food. But yeah, that was a quick thing to throw in there before you get into your next topic.
I like it. I think George Lopez is full of shit, and I look forward to the day that he leaves.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a fucking nut job. He's a goddamn loon.
Like these celebrities, like they post it, like we're gonna sit there and cry, like, oh my god, don't leave. If it's that bad for you, just fucking leave. Why do you announce it to the world?
Who's begging them not to leave?
I don't know.
I want to meet these. I don't want to meet them, but I want to see them from a distance.
That'd be some nutties.
So yeah, today was the big day. Last Monday, Trump was like, "We're gonna have the biggest announcement yet next Monday." I was like, "Great." It's probably gonna happen like an hour before the show, and I'm not gonna have anything. But no, he was very polite. Did it at like 8:00 my time in the morning. I got to watch. That was the first thing I woke up and I was like, "Oh, Trump's going live. Okay, we'll sit here
just for you.
Wait for that while I get ready for work and stuff." But yeah, they're going to reduce drug prices.
Just running my nose again. Sorry. God, it's fucking allergies.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. So they're going to reduce drug prices, something that all the presidents have been trying to get done. Supposedly, that's what they say they've been trying to do. I did a little bit of research into this. Trump was trying to do something very similar with Medicaid prescriptions back in 2020. Wasn't able to get that done. Now he's doing this now. We'll read this Daily Wire article and everything. I personally had a recent experience where I had to change my plan for some medication that I was going to take because they wanted $600 for it after insurance. And so when I saw this coming through, like they kind of announced it yesterday a little bit, and how it was going to like, that's what he truthed yesterday, right? And how he announced how it was going to like match the other lower countries. So I pulled up some Grok, and Grok isn't exactly 100% accurate, but what Grok did tell me was that this particular medicine that I was looking at taking, they were charging $35 a pill here. And the mid price in the rest of the world was in India, where they're charging 45 cents a fucking pill.
Wow.
So I saw this and I was like, oh, this sounds very interesting now. It's because I need a lot. I need a lot. That's why. Like, one pill only works so much, you know? Like, anyhow.
But that is outrageous.
It is insane.
$35 to compare to 40-something cents, you said?
45 cents. Yeah. $35 a pill as opposed to 45 cents a pill.
How does that work?
Well, I don't know if this article doesn't get into it. I'll kind of try and explain how I was able to understand. Also, I'm not going to be taking that medication anymore. Instead, I'm going to be doing 2 weeks of fasting in the fucking beginning of June. It's going to suck ass, but that's what we got to deal with. So yeah, Trump signs order to reduce drug prices, tells rest of the world to pay up. The United States will no longer subsidize the drug prices of other countries. So this sounds like this is going to kind of go into your question that you just had.
Yeah.
President Donald Trump on Monday morning signed an executive order to significantly reduce pharmaceutical drug prices for Americans. The directive, Trump stressed, will be fairness to Americans and cut out the middleman to bring prices down so citizens will start to pay prices comparable to other developed nations. One of the other nations that had like the lowest prices for that particular medicine was like Bangladesh. It was only like 33 cents a pill. I don't know how developed they are though.
Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Where the fuck? I can't even point that over on the map. That is.
It's over by India.
Oh.
I think. So starting today, the United States will no longer subsidize the drug prices of other countries, the president said. We've been subsidizing drug prices for the rest of the world, not just the European Union. By implementing a policy called Most Favored Nation, Trump said the U.S. is going to pay the lowest price there is in the world. We're no longer paying 10 times more than another country, which is absolutely insane. Because he also he had a bit this morning where he's talking to some friend. Some friend called him up, and he's like, "I'm on the fat shot," and Trump's all, "It's not working." And the guy's all like, "I'm over here in London, and I just paid him $80 for something that I paid for $1,200 in New York." He's like, "What's up with that?" And so, yeah.
When you said the fat shit, is he?
So yeah. It's, Trump said twice. He's like, he's taking the fat shot, and then he's acting like he's on the phone with the guy. He's like, he calls me up, says he's taking the fat shot. I tell him it's not working.
Is it Ozempic? Is he talking about?
I think Ozempic. Yeah. Is there any other fat shot? I don't know.
There's other ones. I just don't know what they are.
Probably. I think Ozempic is the most popular one though.
Yeah, Ozempic is the most
don't they
popular
also
one.
doesn't that also do something with like diabetes and stuff? Like that's where
it's for diabetes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a diabetic treatment that people are now taking to lose weight. I'm sure that's
no
long-term effects in that. Anyhow,
it goes around. Going around a lot of people. My job took that.
Oh, really? At your job?
Yes.
Wild. Okay.
I know.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. who was with Trump at the press conference on Monday morning, said that other nations, particularly those in the European Union, must chip in for research and development. Kennedy said raising the prices by just 20% would dramatically reduce the cost in the United States. Yes, it would. Because that'd be the whole rest of the world. Trump teased the executive order Sunday night on Truth Social, saying it would reduce the prices by up to 80%. Yes, he did. During Trump's first term, he introduced a regulation for certain cancer drugs and others to be the same price as they were abroad. One of those was like insulin and stuff like that. The Biden administration, however, abandoned the regulation after the court struck it down on procedural grounds. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt discussed the order on Monday, saying online that other presidents merely talked about addressing this problem, but President Trump is taking bold actions to finally solve it and deliver a good deal for American families and seniors. President Trump is signing a historic executive order to significantly reduce drug prices for Americans, she posted on X. This executive order will help bypass costly middlemen and bring the prices Americans pay for prescription drugs in line with those paid by other nations. Oh no. Dermy sells fat shots at the truck stop. Dom didn't know it was a different thing. I don't want to know.
Weasel. I'm not saying hi to you. I'm not saying hi to you in your chat anymore now.
White House Health Policy Advisor Callie Means, the brother of Surgeon General nominee Casey Means, promoted the order online, posting on X, the U.S. is less than 5% of the world's population, but produces 75% of the worldwide pharma profits. God damn. That's not the free market. That's rank corporate capture. Yes, it is. That's making us fucking slaves for everyone else's bullshit. What are you doing? Stop that. Price controls would assume we have a free market in healthcare. It is not a free market when America, the largest purchaser of drugs in the world, pays 10 times more for major drugs from American companies than Germany. This is, that's spot on. Means commented, responding to criticisms of the order. That's corruption. Yep. Are we really supposed to believe that every country on earth has been exploiting the American economy for decades, and the United States, with all its intelligence and influence, was somehow too incompetent? Hold on. Was somehow too incompetent to notice until just now? Or was it intentional? I don't know.
I'll go with intentional.
I don't know. Could be intentional. Why? Aftab, you just got here. I was just explaining how there's a pill that I was prescribed that they are charging $35 a pill here in this country, and they're charging 45 cents for it in India. And they were charging it at around the same price in other countries. Why is it that we're paying so much for it here? It's not even close to similar.
They love to take our money. I don't. You're probably better off flying to India and getting those pills.
So the article goes on. The order follows another directive signed by Trump on May 5th, which seeks to reduce the regulatory burden on the domestic production of critical medicines, which is something, the idea that like all of our antibiotics are not even made, like none of them are made here, is frightening.
Yeah, in other countries.
Like the companies that create them are all based out of here, and then they go and make them somewhere else.
Like, right. Why is that the case? Like, what are they doing to it?
Slave labor.
Oh, it's cheaper. It's just cheaper. Okay.
One key area of concern is length of time it takes to build pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities. Sure. In the United States today, the order reads, new construction must navigate myriad federal, state, and local requirements ranging from building standards and zoning restrictions to environmental protocols that together diminish the certainty needed to generate investment for large manufacturing projects. The order notes, excuse me, the order notes that estimates suggest building new pharmaceutical manufacturing plants may take as long as 5 to 10 years. I think, yeah, that 10 years sounds long, but I think 5 years sounds about right, which is unacceptable from a national security standpoint. Within 180 days, the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency will take action to update regulations and guidance that apply to the inspection and approval of new and expanded manufacturing capacities of pharmaceutical products, active pharmaceutical ingredients, key starting materials, and associated raw materials in the United States to eliminate any duplicative and unnecessary requirements and maximize the timeliness and predictability of agency reviews, the order notes. So they're going to clean up the regulations and, for lack of a better term, try and streamline things. Damn it.
Now so now the question is, because every time Trump does an executive order on something, there's always some fucking judge that blocks
it. You're not wrong. What? I need to know the reason. I need to know the reason why the judge is blocking this. I need to know.
Yeah. My case is, what will happen here?
You're ripping off the companies that are ripping us off. You can't do that. You're asking for fair prices. How fucking dare you? So from what I understand,
how this whole
thing is going to work. So it's not actual price controls, right? They're not saying this is the law. This is how much you're going to charge for them. I actually think that something like that might actually take an act of Congress. But anyhow, so how this is supposed to work is, if they've got the companies have 6 months to start bringing their prices to where they would like to see them.
Okay.
And if the companies involved don't do that, they won't be offered, their products won't be offered through Medicaid and stuff like that. So like the government insurance won't buy from them. And therefore they'll lose all of that extra money because the government over fucking pays for everything.
Now, will someone from in these pharmaceutical companies, can someone can they get into a judge's head and
oh yeah, totally.
Buy them to do shit like that?
What do you think they've been doing in Congress this whole time?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm sure there's something like, now a judge literally cannot take any gifts or anything like that, right?
Yeah,
like that. That's a huge no. I'm sure there's other ways to get around that, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got our don't get me started on the Medicaid stuff. This guy who he does things in the medical industry. I don't like the word medical industry, and for his job, Acid is one of the best of us with what he does for a living.
I mean, it's kind of like my job. By rule, we're not supposed to get tips, but we do.
Oh, really? People tip you?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Christmas time. Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's fucking crazy.
Oh, you know what? That's because yours is a little more personal than how it goes.
Yeah.
Here. We just got a giant truck and never see the fucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes. But yeah, everybody gets tipped there. But yeah, but technically we're not supposed to get it up. But
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like here in Arizona, the baggers at the grocery store, you know, like the kids, like 16-year-olds that bag your groceries.
Yeah.
They'll come out and they'll like help people. So if they notice you're an old lady, they'll come and take your groceries out to your car, type thing.
Yeah.
And they're not allowed to take tips either. It's actually like against the law or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're not allowed to take tips.
I remember one time when I worked at Target like a while ago, and I helped some similar to that to an old person. They wanted to tip me, and I told them like, "Oh, sorry, I can't accept tips."
Yeah.
I mean, I should just took it.
It's the dumbest thing ever. Like,
Yeah.
it's just someone just being generous and expressing their
Yeah,
gratitude.
I know. God forbid they give you like, why they care if they give you like $10 and shit like that.
So Acid, I don't know shit about Medicaid. I'm not old enough. I have no debate for this. I don't even know.
I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna elaborate on something like that. I mean, because I don't feel like I'm educated enough on that. I mean, I believe he sounds like he confidently knows it.
Are
So.
you upset that they're gonna stop providing that if the companies don't lower their prices, that they'll take them off the Medicaid bandwagon is what I'm gonna call it? Is that what you're concerned about, Acid? Oh, you
was okay. So bottom line. So this goes into like it's officially in effect now.
It is in effect now.
But you saying it has up to 90? Was it 90 days?
They've got 6 months to get their shit.
6 months. 6 months.
Yeah,
okay.
to get their shit together. Okay. All right, Acid. Yeah, okay. I'll see what's going on later. We do have this clip that came from the.
This is the one I played.
Yes. This
Okay.
is so they're all asking him. You know, I didn't bring anything about the airplane or any of that because I don't care. They're acting like he's going to take the fucking airplane home with him. Like,
from Qatar, yes.
Yeah, the guitar plane that they got. Like they're acting like he's going to take it down to Mar-a-Lago with him when he's done being president. You know, like
yes.
What the fuck is your deal? Like, it's not a gift directly to President Trump. It's a gift to the American people. And he's even said it's a gift to the Department of Defense or whatever, because that's who runs the Air Force One and all of that. So here's ABC. I don't remember what exactly what they asked, but there was a ton of people asking a bunch of questions about the plane this morning.
President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why?
So I was right. This was the dumb bitch that was all like, that they gave that luxury airliner as a gift to you. And he's like, you're ABC fake news, right? Fuck you, Disney.
It's only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us. I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, I insist on putting it. And then they putt it and they miss it. And their partner gets angry at them. You know what? Remember that, Sam Snead. When they give you a putt, you pick it up and you walk to the next hole and you say, thank you very much.
Respectfully, sir.
Remember that. You ever heard that golfer before?
No.
Neither have I. But the there are some people that are a little suspicious about the gift he got from the jet. Like they're wondering, why did he get it? I mean, he explains why he gets it, because we protect. He goes, "Oh, we protect these countries," and blah blah blah.
Sure. An airplane. Like, I'm having everyone look over that shit. I gotta have my best men checking that airplane out, making sure we're good before I ever get
like booby trapped or whatever.
Like an airplane coming from another country. I'm not. Yeah.
Do you got a picture? You got a picture of it? It looks pretty cool. I will say that. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah. Sorry, Sam.
Bitch, my name is Sam. See, you all better recognize. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Neither do I.
I can only name like 3 golfers: Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson,
Jack,
Roy McIlroy. Oh, obviously Jack Nicholson. Yes.
Payne Stewart, John Daly, VJ
I
Sid,
don't know.
Chichi Rodriguez. My grandfather was huge into golf.
Oh yeah. Have you ever done golf?
Yeah.
I actually did golf when I was in Arizona. I told you when I was in Arizona in 2017. It was pretty cool. I forgot what course I played at.
I like and I hate golf at the same time. It's very wasteful. It's super wasteful.
Yes. It's frustrating.
Especially here in Arizona where we can't fucking grow grass to save our damn lives, but yet we'll do that. We will water the shit out of those.
And yeah, I do know Arnold Palmer. I do know him, yes. On Weasel's comment.
You know what? I got Twitter up and what's his name? Russell Brand's talking about Kanye West being uncancelable. And it reminded me, I was watching a bit of Timcast before the show got started. And they had a particular Jewish woman on. And they were talking about the song. And they were actually talking about like what he says outside of the chorus, where he's talking about how his kids were taken away. And the Jewish woman was like, yes, they should have been.
Shit.
For what? Why? Wow. Really? Fucking butthurt much over some fucking words? Like, I mean,
now,
yeah.
who's the Jewish woman? Do you know her? Okay.
I don't know.
I thought maybe like specifically you weren't saying her name on purpose.
They don't even mention her in the description. I've got it paused here. They don't mention it in the description or in the title of the show or anything. I have no idea who the hell this broad is.
I remember when Kanye came on with Nick Fuentes. Was it Nick Fuentes? I watched that episode when Tim Pool had him on.
Oh yeah, that was the Kanye
that whack ass
idiot in that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why so many people like that guy Nick Fuentes. Fucking.
Oh look, best viewers on Streambo. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Is that your dog?
That is my dog chewing on a bottle because he likes to chew on plastic shit. Be gone with you.
He's going to town on that.
Yeah, this whole show. I don't know why. He's got fucking bones right here. And he wants the damn bottle. But anyhow, that's all I got. I don't know if you've got anything else. I'm not seeing anything. We'll just
we cover everything.
That's what I got. I'm just kind of looking at things here. Talking about the tax cuts, but that's just barely getting fucking started with that legislation.
You mentioned it in Pakistan, yeah. You mentioned that.
Mentioned Pakistan, mentioned the trade war, yeah, that was all the big stories. Even made fun of Joe Biden.
Yes.
Which I won't ever pass up a chance to do.
Yes. Good to see. I guess. Would you say it was good to see him back?
Yeah. Sure.
Just for comedy.
Yeah. It's nice to see he's alive. Anyhow.
But yeah, I can't think of. Yeah. Nothing popped in my head right now.
How'd your Knicks do?
They actually won.
No shit. So they're 3-1?
Yes. Again, remember here I was last week and I said they were
Were
doing
they 3-1
bad.
against the Pacers?
No, they played the Pistons last.
I thought you were saying they were 3-1 last year against the Pacers.
No. I was saying last week. Do you remember last week I was on this show and I said Knicks are getting killed. I gave up. I gave up. I started doing the show. I started doing the show with you, and then I'm not watching the game, and they won.
Right. That's right.
Same shit happened again, but they weren't losing as bad. And I said, I'm like fucking bad luck. I don't watch and they do good.
Well, there it is. There it is.
Maybe I shouldn't watch my teams.
If I watch or don't watch the Suns, they suck. So
yeah,
it's just the way it is. But I have to take a leak, so let's wrap this shit up. You want to let the people know where they can find you?
Oh, okay. You can find me. Static will put in the Twitter and the chat. I said it wrong.
Where is? Yeah, I'm trying to click on.
Dom is why we can't have nice things. Fuck you, Weasel. Anyway, yeah, you can follow me at Dominic24 on Twitter if you want to. I mean, if you saw me, probably you don't want to follow me because you don't like me. I don't blame you. But anyway, you can find me. We're gonna be playing on Among Us this Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully Static will play. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. Did you play last time?
So I missed it last time because of things, for reasons I don't remember exactly, but there was things going on. But I normally play. That's the only one I've missed. So I'll probably be there unless something stupid happens. But
to me, I don't know if confidence is gonna happen because we haven't made a. We should make some kind of chart, get some clarification who's going to play or not, and
I don't know. You know what?
That's not being worked on right now.
Among Us has so much room. I think we can have like 16 people play that game. I don't know for sure, but like, yeah, there's room for everyone. And then I think there's other people that are talking about joining us for the first time as well. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Possible Mo or Hayden. Maybe Hayden.
I didn't Mo's play with us before.
Maybe Hayden. Mo has played with us before.
Yeah, Hayden hasn't played with us.
Hayden might join us. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
As far as I go, we've got the weekend pregame. No, nothing like real big as far as topics coming up in that direction yet. We'll see what my timeline feeds me. And we've got the ball busters and all the usual weekend shenanigans. And then also, it's not next week, but Memorial Day. We'll have Memorial Day off here. There won't be a bloodbath on Memorial Day. I usually don't. If the stream falls on a holiday, no stream. That's just the way it is. Because pre-game's on Thursday, it falls on Thanksgiving every year. I'm not gonna do a show on Thanksgiving. I've had other random holidays hit these. So also that's why we're on episode 51 and we've been doing this for almost a year and a half because we miss weeks.
Yes.
But thanks
sometimes
everyone.
Miss days and we switch it to Tuesday. Sometimes we miss days and we switch it to Tuesday.
That has happened. And
it happened like right out of the gate when you asked me to come on like full time.
And that was just a random idea. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it Tuesday instead of Monday.
Yeah.
Anyhow, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I'm like 3 away from 400 unless last I look. Every time I stream this show, I always lose a sub. So who knows?
Oh shit. All right. They don't like me. Oh, this fucking Cloud. He pops in late. Yeah, you're.
Oh, look at this guy. Yeah.
You're late, Cloud.
Yep, late and gay as always. I mean, we wouldn't expect.
I mean, you're very late.
The other half of Clermy. So that's that. Oh, hey, is this guy really going to talk to me about working holidays? What are you, a government employee? Yes, I am.
Yes, we're really important.
I'm also not going to be here. So there's that. Anyhow, thank you everyone for watching. Kel, Acid, Cloud for showing up for the last 20 seconds. Thank you so much. And then Weasel talking about my girlfriend, Arnold Palmer. Yes. Everyone have a good one. Do I have anything to play us out with? What's this? I don't know, but we'll go with it.
Which I was there. I watched in person. I was there along with Taylor Swift. How did that work out? How did that one work out? The Eagles.